What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. In this episode of my first ever photo vlog, I am headed into a photography workshop put on by These Streets magazine, and I'm going to take you guys along with me on my outing. Okay, now check out the foolishness of parking that is Los Angeles. Like, why did they write all this stuff? It's confusing. Either way, I was parked there legally and I had to get out of there. Okay, by now you've seen the photos that I took at this workshop. Unfortunately, I didn't get to finish the entire route. The walk was to take place. We were at Samys Camera shop and we were to walk from Samys to the LACMA, then back to the Grove. Unfortunately, I had a couple things working against me today. I I have a bit of knee pain happening right now. I was out the day before doing a lot of errands, a lot of walking, and you know, it's an old basketball injury. With that said, I did not finish off the roll of film I was shooting, and I'm probably not going to be able to participate in the actual prize for the challenge that they gave us. I shot like a makeup guru. Can you see it? All right, so I shot Ilford FP4 during this photo walk. The ASA is 125. As you could probably tell from the video, it was incredibly overcast the whole time, so me shooting such a slow film kind of worked against me in a lot of scenarios, but it is what it is. I'm not complaining about it. I wanted to shoot it, so I shot it. It was probably not in my best interest to shoot such a slow film on a day that was extremely overcast, but whatever. As I stated earlier in the video, this workshop was put on by These Streets magazine. And I've been following These Streets, I think, for over a year, maybe 2 years at this point. In the early days, they reposted a photo that I took on my Instagram. They probably don't even remember doing this, but I took a photo of an accident up in Van Nuys, and they liked it and they posted it. So that got my attention. I started following them back and just watching the kind of content that they would post on their page. And it's really grown tremendously since I first became aware of who they are. I went to their first ever workshop last November, and it was in downtown Los Angeles. But for this one, their fourth workshop, it was much more of like what I would assume a workshop would be for photographers. The creator of the magazine, Josh, he had his entire team up on stage, and they did kind of like a panel of answering questions, letting us know how they choose photos for their magazines, how they choose photos to showcase on their Instagram channel, what they look for, and kind of like what the purpose of These Streets magazine is in their eyes. And it was more than I expected, honestly. I was familiar with one of the other panelists' work previously, although the thing with Instagram is everyone uses like aliases most of the time. Like, I'm different. Like, I use my name on everything just to keep things simple. I can't be going around remembering nicknames and such, especially when it comes to like logging in. There's so many passwords and usernames. I just keep it to my name to simplify. A lot of people don't. They just make stuff up and that's their username. And people will like literally be like, "Oh, you're Hotfire24," and they're like, "Yeah, I am." I'm just like, so a lot of times I'll be interacting with other photographers that I may follow on Instagram and not even know it. I ended up talking to Sergio for like the first half of the walk, and I didn't even realize he's raw file, and I've been a fan of his work for a few years now. I've been following his page. You know, it was still cool. We just kind of talked about photography while we walked, and there was no real pressure on it. I mean, I imagine if I had been aware that he was raw file when we were talking and walking, I would have had a lot more to say. I probably would have been a bit more energized because, like I said, I am not a morning person. So before noon, it is really hard for me to get my energy level up and to be a bit more quick with it. I really ease into my days. Like, if I have to start early, I'm really quiet before noon, 1 o'clock, and then even once noon will hit, I'm still kind of slugging into it. So, you know, and plus I hadn't ate. I had a banana, and you know, what's that gonna do for you? As far as workshops go, the These Streets magazine workshop / meetup was a lot of fun for me. I like that they always give us a challenge when we go on these photo walks, so we're not just kind of doing our own thing. They make us think about new ways of shooting. They want us to focus on patterns and people, and I normally don't think about patterns in people when I am photographing on the streets. I tend to focus in on the people when I'm shooting on the streets, the people and the composition. And lately I've been focused more on the light. What's the light doing, and how can I kind of play with it to get like results that I'm interested in. Patterns and people, I wanted to make sure that I was really focused in this time on trying to capture both patterns and people as I went on the walk, because last time I did not do a good job of sticking to what they were looking for, and I didn't win. It's not always about winning, it's about challenging yourself. 10 years ago, I wouldn't have said anything like that because I really like to win, as I'm very competitive. But at this point, I've already accepted that I won't be winning anything. I won't have my pictures ready in time for submission, and that's fine. I'll still post the photos on Instagram and tag them in the workshop after they're done, but I didn't want to just snap off the rest of the roll and waste it, as it's a new film that I'm using, and I'm very curious to see like how it handles. I'm also hoping to meet up with Josh, the editor-in-chief of these streets, and talk to him a little bit, find out what all goes into publishing a magazine, and kind of pick his brain, because let me tell you, that is so dope. I can't think of a lot of publications for strictly street photography. Can you? Like, if you know of some publications that do strictly street photography, please link it below or let me know. I'm always looking to discover new photographers doing street photography and just learn more that way. So yeah, if you know of another magazine, please hook me up down below and tell me about it. I'm also going to share links to these street magazines in my description box below. Please check them out. They produce wonderful magazines. They promote established and upcoming photographers who do good work, and I think if you're into street photography, you'll really like what they do, so definitely check them out. Let me know what you think of these photos, and if you've tried this film stock before, and let me know how you like it. Speaking of things we like, go ahead and like this video if you did. It really helps my channel out. It bumps me up in the search results, and I really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, as I'll be uploading a new video weekly. Alright, you guys. Peace.